Hey YouTube, it's Gypsy. I'm doing another one of my car videos, speed bump. Sorry. I'm doing another one of my car videos for you guys because I literally cannot seem to make time to sit in my bathroom and actually make a video and then edit it in order to share it with everybody. So I'm gonna have to just start doing these car videos more often. This may be my new format, I don't know yet. But my lifestyle right now is just, it's crazy. I promised you guys in my update video that I was going to post something about my new paleo adventure, and honestly, that's a big reason why I have not been on YouTube more, is because I pretty much spend all of my time in my kitchen. I am cooking and, of course, cleaning up after it pretty much most of the time I'm at home now. And since I do have I don't have my seatbelt on. Since I do have a, full-time 40-hour-a-week job, and all of my children are in various different activities outside of school, that makes for a pretty tight schedule. So I don't have the time I used to have. But I'm not going to keep dwelling on that. What I made the video for was to kind of give you guys an idea of what we're doing as far as our new paleo adventure with our eating. Now, I've been pretty tight about the kids eating ever since the beginning. I've always known and been aware of the fact that, nutrition is tied to health. It's tied to overall wellness. My kids, get sick way less than a lot of other people's kids. They may miss school maybe once or twice out of a whole school year because they're sick. That rarely happens. And I really feel like it's because I am very careful about what they eat. Now, I'm not like a total food Nazi. My kids do have soda if we go out to eat in a restaurant, because again, the times we go out to eat in a restaurant, probably like 2 or 3 times a month, max, because we eat at home 99% of the time. I actually do get up in the morning and I do cook breakfast. I do pack their lunches, and I have ever since they all started kindergarten. And I also cook dinner, most nights out of the week. So consequently, meal planning is, it's mandatory. I mean, I don't know how I would do it if I didn't plan my meals ahead of time, which I do on the weekends. I do all my grocery shopping on the weekends. The girls and I sit down with our, cookbooks, and we go through them and we pick out recipes that we like, that we want to eat, or new recipes that look good, that we want to try. And I get the whole family involved. It's not just me telling everybody what they're going to eat all the time. I do get the kids engaged. I did a video on the Wisteria Witches channel not too long ago about sharing the cauldron, and in that I talked about getting your kids in the kitchen and making them part of that process. And that is also something that I have done, is to really get them in the kitchen with me. It's been a great side effect. Even though I'm in the kitchen all the time, it's not a big deal because I'm still spending time with my family. They're in there chopping stuff up, stirring stuff up, measuring things. It's a great learning experience, especially for the younger ones. My oldest one is now, seriously thinking about maybe putting her dreams of being a fashion designer on the back burner for a little while and focusing on culinary arts, because she has so much fun with me in the kitchen that now she's starting to think that maybe she wants to be like a Whole Food chef of some sort. And I'm like, that's awesome. But yes, things to consider if you're thinking about going paleo are, 1, time management. Time management is going to be a huge factor in your success. You're going to have to really make a commitment to stick to it and to plan ahead. That means making snacks, a lot of snacks that will last you through the week, especially if you have kids, which I do. I know that some paleo people, they don't do the almond flour and the coconut flour and things like that. It's kind of seen as like cheating if you're making baked goods, even though they're, non-grain items. I could go that hardcore. I could completely do without baked goods altogether because I don't personally care. But my kids are not, they're still kind of trying to make this transition. And so we do make cupcakes and cookies and granola bars and things like that because they've got to have snacks. They've got to have snacks for after school. They've got to have snacks. I think the 2 little ones have snacks during the day at school. So I got to keep stuff on hand for them. So that's something to think about. You know, I eased into it. I was still buying granola bars at the beginning, but now I've kind of got my weekends to where I know I'm going to have to set aside a day to bake, and that's basically what I do. Another thing you need to think about when you're doing paleo is money. Your grocery bill is going to go up. It will go up. I'm telling you now, it's going to go up. I actually broke it down this morning, and I looked at it, and my grocery bill has gone up about $400 from before I started paleo to now. Now, keep in mind, I had to buy a lot of spices, and I also purchased, which was included in this extra $400, a waffle iron and a food processor. So there were a lot of items here in this first month that I won't be buying on a regular basis every month because they're not necessary to buy all the time. And the spices I get are the organic, you know, $9 for a bottle of freaking cinnamon kind of spices. You know, so those kinds of things, you're not going to have a recurring cost every single month. But your grocery bill will go up. Those grass-fed meats are not cheap. They do not give those away. They're very proud of their meat, so they charge you for it. But again, you know, the way I see it is that I would rather spend more money on groceries than have to go and be on some kind of a medication one of these days. If it keeps me off of blood pressure medicine whenever I turn 50, then rock and frickin' roll. I will pay the extra money now to have a healthier body and to live longer and healthier. So that's kind of the way I rationalize it. It's like it's a wash. Also, if you eat out a lot and now you're transitioning to paleo and you know, you're not going to be obviously eating out near as much and you're preparing more of your food, I'm thinking that's probably going to be a wash too. You know, eating out is a whole lot more expensive than making your own food. And so if you're someone that eats out a lot and, you know, you're really going to be making a huge lifestyle change if you're not used to cooking all your own food. For me, it wasn't that big a deal because I've been cooking all of our food for quite a while. So that part of it wasn't really that big of a shift for me. It's just what I'm cooking and how I'm cooking that has changed. But it's not really, you know, the only thing I think has changed is the snacks. I am having to bake and make a lot more side foods, and it's not just the actual meals themselves. So that's been an adjustment. Let's see. I can't really think of anything else that I had on the top of my head. You know, bigger grocery bill, a lot more time in the kitchen, you know, but again, the benefit is you're going to be feeling so much better. I personally, here's the TMI warning, I have IBS, and so I have issues that stem from breads that I didn't really know that I had. I didn't realize, you know, I just had kind of learned to live with it. And because it's not like super bad, it's not go to the doctor bad, it's just really annoying, and there's days when I have to drink a lot of coffee, if you know what I'm saying, to get rid of my grumpy attitude. But I have found that just taking the grains out of my diet has been an insane change. Oh, I didn't mention this earlier. Paleo, for anyone who does not know what that means, it is basically a get back to the earth kind of a diet. You have no dairy, you have no grains, and no legumes. And, you know, again, for me, it wasn't that big of a switch because, first of all, legumes, schmagoons, I don't care. Okay, so no more peanuts, whatever. The other thing is dairy. I'm intolerant. I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't miss the dairy. I haven't been eating really much dairy at all lately anyway, so whatever. The only thing that was really much of an adjustment was the grains, and I don't really care. I'm not like a bread lover. It's not like that big a deal, so whatever. But I've never done it. I've never actually cut all the breads out to see if that had affected my IBS. Don't know why. But sure enough, it has made a huge difference. So I feel much better. Again, my kids and I are spending a lot more time interacting with each other at home rather than me being in the kitchen, cooking all the food, and then them going, you know, playing or doing whatever, and us all being separated. They're getting engaged in what we're doing, and I get them active in there, and they're always taking turns. Somebody's always in the mood to cook with me, and so I'm never in there by myself. So that really has made a huge impact on the success of this diet, is that it's not like a drag to get in the kitchen because it's time with my kids, and so I appreciate it. I like it. So I guess that's all I really had to share with you guys for today. I'm really sorry that this video is all shaky and weird on my phone, but I mean, you just got to take it as you can get it. I'm really strapped for time these days. I'm hoping this summer, when the girls are kind of out of all their stuff, I'll have more time to make some real videos. I want to get back to my tarot reviews, but I just have not had time to sit and edit things. So what you see is what you get, folks. I hope all of you are having a lovely day. Have a great week. Happy Monday, and I will see you guys around. Blessed be.